Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Bleeding Crypto's 10-minute market update on Bitcoin. I'm going to try to do my best to keep it under 10 minutes, but we had a nice weekend. We had a nice drop. If you're in my free Telegram group, you had a great trade, as I called the short position. I think it was somewhere up in here, and you guys had, and if you use a 10x, you had a very, very nice weekend in green. You took your profit yesterday before we hit this target on my Telegram group. As a matter of fact, let me show you here. I updated the Telegram last night. We were still all the way up in here. This was my target. As you can see, we hit that target and everything is looking good so far. Now, I'm sure everybody's asking, well, what's next? Well, guys, every trader wants to believe that once their target hit, things are going to bounce, they're going to go the other way, you're going to make a ton of money, and that's not usually how the market works. You have to understand, we've been dropping for weeks now. The market's not going to reverse on a V shape, guys. It's going to take a proper market structure if it's going to pivot. Now, let me give you the bull case, and then I'm going to give you the bear case. I'm going to try to explain it in different time frames so you guys can kind of understand the full picture. You can't just look at one time frame and assume that one time frame is going to tell you the whole story. That's not how I usually trade. So the first thing I'm going to do here is, okay, great, we hit this here, but does that mean we have to go up? No, absolutely not. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the daily time frame, and I'm going to look at where we hit and why was I calling that area? Why was I so confident that we were going to go into that area there? Now, the reason why is because on Friday, we talked about this. We talked about that if we lose key areas, that we have a good possibility of going down. So let me do something real quick. I just want to refresh your memory. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame and let's talk about this blue line real quick here. You guys remember this blue line? We talked about this blue line that we were looking for a continuation, which we're looking for a higher low. So we had a continuation rule. If that invalidated, we were going to switch to a reload zone, a 0.618, 0.706, and 0.786. If that invalidates and we drop below this blue line, it was going to cause a shift in probabilities that we're going to go much further down. And that's exactly what happened, guys. That's exactly what happened. So I just kind of want to set the tone. If you did not listen to last week's series, at least you got a quick update. So now we're here. So let me go to the daily time frame, back to the daily, because I want to show you something. Now, why was I so confident here? Well, it's simple, guys. These patterns and these channels, they tend to help give us a visual of where the market makers want to defend. That's the purpose of these. Some people say, oh, that stuff doesn't work. Diagonals don't work. Yes, all of that stuff works if you know how to use it properly. The problem is that some traders don't know how to use it properly, so they just discount it and say, oh, that's just garbage. Diagonals don't work. This doesn't work. That doesn't work. Well, obviously it does, because there's a lot of traders that use it and it works for them and they're able to make money off of that. If you're able to make money off a pattern, then you cannot say to somebody else that it doesn't work. Just ask, hey, how do you use it? That's how I've learned, guys. I don't just assume something's not going to work. If it's working for someone and it's interesting to you, send them a DM. Say, hey, how does that work? What do you look for? What are your invalidations? What are the parameters that you use to validate that particular indicator? And then that's how you learn, guys. This is not a competition. Everyone thinks that, not everyone, but a lot of people think that this type of that trading and Twitter, everybody is in a competition with each other. No. We're here to help. Well, we should be here to help each other. Unfortunately, Twitter has changed from when I first joined. It used to be a collaboration. Now it is a competition, which is sad, which is why you don't see me as active on Twitter as I used to be. But anyhow, let's go back here into my point that I was trying to make. If you look at the bottom of this channel and you look at the reaction, you see the similar reaction, a very similar. Yes, we do have deviations and those happen, but what matters is the amount of times that we've pivoted when we've come here. Nothing's 100%, but a good portion, good 80% of the time we hit down here, 90% of the time, other than this deviation, we've bounced. So I have to assume that a bounce is coming. Now, am I going to assume that it's got to go all the way up back here to this resistance line? No, I don't. I have to take it one step at a time. First thing first, guys, we don't even know if we're going to bounce like this. This is just a projection in a perfect world, what I would like to see. Now, I would like to see a bounce of the 100 EMA. Is it going to happen exactly like this? Absolutely not. Let me show you what I believe is what I'm looking for next. Anytime that you see that you are looking for a reversal of trend, you have to look at lower time frames. So the only thing I'm looking for right now is going to be a bounce, a good size bounce to have enough room for a higher low and not a lower low. So I don't want to see a lower high turn into a lower low because that's a continuation. I am looking for now, I'm going to go to the smaller time frames. Let me go to the 4-hour time frames. I am looking for a bounce. I don't know where that bounce is going to be. If I had to take a guess, I'm going to say right here would be a good area for a bounce. Actually, yeah, let me show you this right here. Here, and here. This area right here is where I'm going to look at for a bounce. I would like to see it there. I would like to see us go up in here and then put a higher low. I love W's. Okay, so this is one scenario. One scenario is that we push up and we're almost there. Actually, we did go there. Look at that. We're right there. We push down. Now, guys, when I do this, I did this on the 4-hour time frame, but I'm not looking for it on the 4-hour time frame necessarily. I like going into the lower time frames because sometimes the market will play it a little bit quicker. But this pattern is what I'm looking for. So let me show you what I mean by that. Here's a 4-hour, but when I look at the hourly view, you see how we're starting to already push up, starting to kind of create that market structure. So on the hourly, we can very well come down. Do you see this move below this line here to sweep the lows? Very possible. So this, if you're waiting for this to happen on the 4-hour, you may miss the entire move altogether. This is a marker. That's all this is. This is just a placeholder for what I want to see. Now, as you know, as a day trader, I have to shift between different time frames, the daily, the 4-hour, the hourly, the 15-minute time frame, and I'm looking for this market structure. I am looking for a move to the inside of this W. Then when we push down, if I don't get that higher low, then I'm expecting a sweep of the lows or a double bottom for a W. Once we hit that double bottom or the sweep of the lows, then I'm looking for a push to the upside. Is it going to go directly here? Absolutely not. Could it do that? Yes, it can. But that's not a proper market structure. That's a hopium market structure because the market structure just don't give you the moves that you're expecting. But I am expecting a move here. So what would I be looking for? Two things. The W here, like I mentioned, maybe a sweep of the lows. And then even this here is not going to go straight here. It's going to put in a bounce. It's going to put in a higher low. It's going to put in a higher high. Maybe the higher high barely makes it to here. I'm going to expect a rejection off of here, then a continuation into here. Now, when we hit here, we may get a little bit more of a deeper retracement for another higher low. It all depends on this bounce here. That's what it really, everything's predicated to how far this bounce is going to be. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a fortune teller. So for me, these videos for you guys are 24 hours apart. For my Discord, it's different because my Discord, I'm on there 7 days a week, all day long. So I'm going to be able to give them step-by-step play. Depending on what kind of bounce we get, what kind of move we get out of New York. New York just came online 11 minutes ago. They may choose to drop it and give us one of these moves. I don't know that. I have to wait. So once I know what New York does, I then update my group. Okay, we didn't get the sweep. We did get the push. Now we got the now we're going to look for a higher low. When we get that higher low, I update at everyone on my Discord. Basically, I put the @ symbol at everyone. It then notifies them if they have the notifications on. Hey, BC just updated. Okay, we got our higher low. It's holding so far. All right, now we got our higher high. It's confirmed. Let's see where the next resistance level, and so forth and so on. That's what I do all day long. That's why people pay me $125 a month. As a matter of fact, this move that I called out on my Telegram group, that move alone would have paid your dues. One move, one call would have paid your dues. But this is the type of level of attention that I give to my Discord members on a daily basis all day long. I just want to give you some food for thought that if you're okay waiting every 24 hours, great. So if you're going to wait 24 hours, I'm going to give you this. Well, you have no choice unless you join my Discord. Two things I'm looking for. The bull case, this structure here. So I want to see a little push up here, maybe come down here, either to here, and then a stair step up here. Now, the bear structure, the invalidation. If today, on the daily time frame, we close below here, this is invalidated. And it becomes a whole different ballgame. Now, obviously, the next video tomorrow, around this time, in about 24 hours, we're going to see where we went. We're going to see if the bull played out, and if the bear plays out. I don't believe that the bear is going to go straight down, though it can. I think it is going to be a much more controlled move, kind of like we've been seeing. We don't just drop, lose on a very important support, and then drop. No, it's going to set up enough time for us to, hopefully, for me to have this video and give you instructions on what I'm looking for next. Right now, my bias is to the bull because it met its goal. It met its target. It met an area that causes a pivot, but it's not a guarantee. I need to see a proper market structure on the lower time frame to validate that. I don't know. I need the market to show me that direction. There's other markers that I look at that I share with my Discord group that we look at. We look at the high block data very carefully to see what could we use as confluence to support our theory if it's going to continue to validate. And then we look, obviously, like I said, for invalidation. So as of right now, for you guys, the only thing I can say is lower time frames. We're going to be looking for this type of structure here. Okay, the market's not in a hurry. So if you're expecting this to happen in the next 2-3 hours, that's not the way the market works. You need to understand the market needs time to process 3 weeks of dropping down if they're going to pivot. If they're going to pivot, we want to see some sort of consolidation, some sort of market structure to build up the strength, the foundation to come up here. Because look, we've been falling. Hold on. We've been falling since June 6th. Since June 6th, we've been just straight down. You need time for the market to say, okay, this is going to be the temporary bottom. And I'm referring to the lower time frames, the daily, the hourly time frame. We need some sort of consolidation. On the day, it may look like it's a straight bounce. Even here, look at this drop. And this candle was very small. This candle was only 1.38%. But on the hourly, you can see what happened here on the hourly, right? You can see this drop, this move. I'm sure this was a stair step up here. As a matter of fact, let's look at this real quick, and I'm going to end the video with that. So let me drop this to May 2nd. So let's go to May 2nd real quick, just so I can give you some sort of reference to what I'm looking for. So May 2nd. Let me do this here. Just go here, May 2nd. Go to on the hourly. Okay, there it is. There's that drop. There's that drop here. See, look at this, guys. You see this? How we consolidated here after that drop. Here was the wick, the bottom of that wick on the daily that we just saw. Look, did it just go straight up? No. Look at this. Look at this. It gave a fake move, gave it all back, put another move, gave it all back. But you see how it started building higher lows, higher lows. You see that? Higher lows. Then we got that up thrust. Then we regained that. Look right here. Right here, we stopped. We back checked that. We did a back test on that. Look at that. We back tested that right there. Do you see how disciplined this move is? It wasn't just, okay, now it's time for the bulls to take over. The markets don't work that way, guys. Everyone is in a hurry, but the market is not. So you have to understand we've got to give this time to play out, to show us the probabilities. The longer we stay up here, the more validating the thesis to the upside backs that theory up. If we fall below it, then we start getting nervous because I'm not worried about an hourly or 2 hour a couple of hourly candles below here. I'm worried about the daily close. So that's going to take 10 hours for us to know if we're going to close below here. So we need to have patience. We need to wait and see. In 10 hours, there's going to be a lot of data that we don't see right now. That data is going to help shift the probability to what comes next. I hope that makes sense, guys. I'm going to end this. It's already at 15 minutes. I'm going to have to change these videos to a 15-minute update because I just can't do it in 10 minutes. I try, but I need to explain myself. I don't want to just spew out a bunch of targets without a good explanation. I don't think it does anybody any justice. So I think I'm going to start changing the title to a 15-minute update because I really want to help you guys understand how I think and give you guys confidence for the validations and invalidations of those moves. So, all right, guys, everyone have a really good day and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm trying to create momentum on my YouTube channel. I would appreciate that very much, guys. Talk to you later.